scene a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Chopper! Haywood!
He'll look to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
First down, New Orleans. Shoot! 61, matchbox lights. Hey! High 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
We grip.
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And the Saints first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Check it back.
And to give this time to the tailback. Dances by him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 13-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Watch the run. That's a big shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout. Step aside here in this first quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold. Going for the right side here, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Son. I'm coming.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Saints.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Whip. Watch the whip.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Saints 6, Jets nothing.
We're outside. 58, come on. Watch the pass. Watch the lady.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
58.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
36.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Saints 9-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper.
Switch. Man, Eddie.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking long for Thomas, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Let's go. 50, plant. Pilot, 64, we get it.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the I. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
80 weapons.
2nd and 2. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Burton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Darnold now to throw. Will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I like the play action there on second and short, partner. You try and convince those safeties you're going to run for it. Hit them with that play action. Looks like a run. And then try and go over the top. Didn't work, but I like the play call.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, exit.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
General West.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Topper!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to look deep for Perriman, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a give, right side. It's Bell, and he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
A 2nd quarter score from down in Houston. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Here's Darnold. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are able to cut into that lead.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Got it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch safety green. Look at me. Go. On. Ready.
2nd and 5. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check Leo.
They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, New Orleans.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Sam off.
He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Bernard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Out
of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
A draw play. Bernard trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play's supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's coming. We got double.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check.
Stand.
2nd and 11. And this is Cook with a grab. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
6-6, pull it back. Under 10, 10.
Alert 3.
Alert 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that one will be accepted.
Here we go.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Get it.
Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Check 37, check 37. Hey, switch.
Rock it. Go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Hey, lock it.
54, Mike, 54.
Be triple.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 26
Go. 18 Gator.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch screen.
Ready.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Ready. 15 run. 15 line. 80 weapons.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Check, Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Here I come. Check, hot route.
Go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Check. Lucky.
2nd and 6. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown, baby.
Mike Michael Thomas. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Darnold completes it, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. Throwing again is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Second and 9 now. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that can come back and get you. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Kill, kill, kill.
On 1st down, Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Big trip. Big trip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Darnold now to throw. And there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the 50, it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. The two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Darnold. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And to give this time to the tailback. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Saints, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Ooh.